Hi, this is Brittnee Bond from the Remote Collective, and I want to talk to you today about why live events are so important for your online business. So, I own a company called Remote Collective. I do business consulting remotely. I travel full time. Why am I talking about live events? Why am I saying it's so important to be in person? The reason why I think this is important is because it can exponentially help you grow your community, your followers, and the buzz that happens around your business as you're growing it. So let me give you a story. So I was traveling around Europe this spring for 5 months, filming this season of Remote Collective, filming everyone around remote work, spaces, remote workers, and companies who allow people to work remotely. When I was going into major cities like London and Berlin, I would just check in on Facebook or Meetup and see like what events were happening. There were so many events around co-working, co-living, and remote work. And so I'd go to them and I'd tell people, yeah, I'm doing this whole documentary series about remote work. And they were like, oh, are you one of the speakers? And I'm like, no, I just showed up, I didn't know. And they were like, that's so weird. Why aren't you a speaker? You have so much to share. And that's when something clicked in my brain. I was like, I should be doing one of these events. Like, why am I not doing one of these events? I do events all the time because my home base is in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and I'm always doing events there. Why would I not do an event here in Europe where there's tons more people who want to get into remote work? Like, they are my potential customer base, or the people who are going to benefit most from the series that I'm putting out. So I quickly reached out to my network in London and I said, let's do an event in London. I'm going to be there in town for 1 week. But let's put some events together. Let's get some speakers. We got people from like Buffer, from all these other, like Microsoft, all these other major companies to speak on the panel. We had about 80 people show up, and then I had sponsors that approached me that wanted to sponsor the event. And all of that is to say that I also had people around the world asking me, are you going to live stream the event? Is there going to be a video that comes out about the event? All the information that you're sharing is super valuable and we want access to it. So even the people that didn't come, even the people that were on a different continent had heard about it. So it created all this buzz, and they also wanted the content that came out of it. And then a lot of the people reached out to me, started subscribing to the YouTube channel that we put up, and it just created tons of buzz about it. Another reason why it's so important to do live events is there's an organization called Art of Hosting. It's an organization that trains people to be facilitators. I took a course. They have a term called community of practice, and basically it just means that any community, whether it's online or offline, they need a regular opportunity to meet. So a community of practice means like a routine way to meet each other. So online, that happens sometimes. You can do like, I think people are still trying to figure out the whole online community of practice, because it's hard to do like group meetings with like 100 people when people are, how do you talk to each other? So people are creating these apps. But offline, it's really easy because you show up and you talk to people and you're like, oh, how did I find out about this? It's through this community, for this specific situation at the event I organized in London, it was through the community of practice of Remote Collective. Remote Collective brought all these people together to talk about remote work. And then they met each other. They created value by the connections that they made and the value by listening to the panelists and the group discussions that we had. That's powerful. I would honestly say that you can't put money on that, the amount of branding and marketing that's good for your business. So start small. It doesn't matter. You don't need 80 people to come to your first event. Even if you have 15 people there and you make it so that everyone connects to each other and you share value with them, that is super powerful for your online business. So I would say, like, wherever you are in the world, create an offline live event and see what happens. Put some value out there, have a speaker show up. Even if you're the speaker, it's okay. And then make sure that the people there connect to each other, because a big reason why people show up to these events is because they want to connect to each other. They want to have a community, and every business is more powerful and you can scale it more quickly if you let your customers connect to each other and create their own community. So I have some events coming up in London pretty soon. I will put them in the link below. We have 2 events in London and 1 in Berlin that we're doing soon, and I hope all of you guys come out. If you are not in the country or in the continent, I'm going to make a live stream of it and give you guys all access to it. So please reach out to me if you want access to that. Subscribe to the channel because I'll be putting it here on the channel. This is Brittnee Bond from Remote Collective. I hope this is powerful for you, please do this. Please, 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 please do this, because it is something that will definitely help your business. And it just blows my mind that people want to hide behind their computer and their branding and make everything perfect, when in reality, we all just want connection and to meet each other and talk about the things that we're learning. So yeah, listen to that. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Subscribe if you want to have notifications of this, because we're popping off and there's tons of videos coming out. Okay, I'll talk to you later.